Having learned a lot about customer experience during my time in the incubation environment, my next job as a product manager was for user experience, predominantly in the web platforms. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Teresa and I'm a product director based in Melbourne, Australia. And on this channel, we explore strategies and tools that keep inspiring us to keep growing in our product career. This is a part 2 of my 5-part series in which I'll share insights across all the different domains in which I have worked as a product manager in the past 10 years. I'll take you through the ecosystem that the domain is made out of, what are the end users like, what are the common success key metrics we monitor, and how the teams are set up, and how do you overcome challenges that you may face. So let's jump into the ecosystem. In this environment, a series of complex technologies make up the platform that hosts the user experience. You need to understand these technology layers because they will help you maintain the platform that you are building on to ensure that you can iteratively and rapidly deliver value to your end users. First is the front-end development framework and languages that the engineers use to build the experience. Now, some engineers will have a client-side server. The client side typically refers to a user interface or application running the user's device, such as a web browser or a mobile app. The server side refers to a set of services or resources to this client over a network, such as servicing the web pages, processing requests, or managing data. The next is the back-end development. Now, depending on the technical architecture setup, this is usually a server side that provides business logic, transfer data to and from the database, or reinterpret data that provides the necessary information for the front-end experiences. Ideally, you want to have complex processes in the back end as much as possible. Now, this means that the customer won't need to wait for a long time for the front experience to be loading. Next is the continuous integration and continuous development, the CI/CD. These are the automation process of building, testing, and deploying code changes enable rapid, iterative, and deployment of features. And we have cloud infrastructure and hosting services that provide scalable infrastructure and hosting solutions for deployment and managing web and mobile applications. Then we have analytics and monitoring, tools and services that provide insights into user behavior, allowing you to make data-driven decisions and optimize your product's performance. There's also security and compliance, which are crucial in this ecosystem as you want to ensure that your product meets industry standard data protection and privacy standards. And lastly, feedback and customer support. Integration of feedback loops and customer support system into your product allow you to gather insights from the users and provide timely assistance when needed. So what does the end user look like? Now, this really depends on the product you are looking after. Here are some examples from my previous industries. In health, we focus on 2 types of segments. The first are those who are looking to switch their cover for a particular need. For example, more hospital covered for better pricing. This means that the product or service combination must be transparent and easily understood from an experience point of view, and ensuring that the combination and comparison of products and services are easy to identify to suit the customer's needs. And also working closely with the marketing team to have organic growth and paid marketing to connect the experience from off-site advertising to on-site experience. That is ensuring that the same value proposition is being carried across seamlessly for the target segment. The next segment is those who have purchased products and services, the members, therefore making it easier for them to use the services they just have bought and providing a hassle-free experience. Now, for airlines, we targeted budget travelers who were generally 20 to 30 years old looking for everyday deals and cheaper seats to travel domestically and internationally. The experience is usually based on exposing more search capabilities, allowing them to search in different ways, opting into everyday deals and a simple transaction flow, getting their tickets faster and cheaper, as there was limited time. For global companies, target markets may be the same. Example, 20 to 30-year-olds for airlines. However, how information is consumed may differ between Australia, the US, and the Asian countries. The US target market wanted less information up front, while the Asian countries like Japan wanted a lot of information up front around deals, flight information, and seating before they even start the journey of booking. Overall, the common themes from these end users are easy to consume and understand within the first 2 minutes of landing your pages. What is a value proposition and how do they start the journey? Help them find things easily and quickly is a huge factor, especially if you have an extensive offering. That means creating simple pathways to help them narrow down to a decision faster, and using those decisions later to start forming a personalized experience when they come back or sign up as a member. Now, the transactions need to be seamless and smooth. Less steps to complete a transaction, the better. So what are the key common metrics we look at? For most of my user experience projects, we look at 2 areas. First, the funnel, and second, repeat purchase. Now, the funnel metrics are more transactional experiences and is predominantly split into the top, how many people visit your website, then how many people add to your cart from those visits, how many people completed a purchase for those who have added to cart, and the conversion rate, which is the percentage of users who take a desired action on your product out of the total number of visitors. This is a great way to identify any problems in each of the steps so you can go deeper to figure out what are the problems or limitations that your customers are facing to get to the next step. And also, it helps to build goals around these funnels to measure success. Example, if you want to increase visits by 5% each quarter, this will give you and your team a focus area and a target goal. Additionally, from members' perspective, we focus on engagement rate, which is the frequency or time people spent using your product. This depends on your product. However, the more time an individual uses your product, the better they are engaged with it. Repeat rate, the percentage of customers who made a purchase out of the total number of customers. Now, you can split it by looking at the time to purchase on the second and third purchase. This can give you a good indication how often they buy from you and allow you to put some target metrics if you wish to improve it. This indicates how effective the company's retention strategies are and what more services or product that you need to provide to have these customers long-term with the company. And lastly is the customer lifetime value. This looks at the average revenue per customer multiplied the average lifetime spend of a customer. It is the total revenue or profit that a single customer generates over the entire duration of their relationship with the company. And it helps the business to understand the long-term value of acquiring and retaining customers. So how are the teams set up? Now, typically these are made out of matured sized teams of 6 to 8 people. A product manager, an engineer manager, or a scrum master if you like, designer, and multiple engineers, front end or back end. You may also have part-time data analysts or researchers who can assist with product performance on metrics and customer research. There could be multiple teams that might be set up to focus on acquiring growing new customers and retaining existing customer base. So here's some challenges that you may face and how do you overcome them. Number 1 is balancing stakeholder needs. You must balance the needs and the priorities of various stakeholders, including your end users, designers, developers, marketers, and executives. This involves navigating competing interests and finding compromise that best serves the product and the organization's overall goals. Now, to overcome this, always bring them back to the set of objectives and key results that you are tasked with. Try to bring an aligned view on the goals to see everyone into the same focus area. Next is balancing of user experience and platform health. With the domain focus on user experience, it's important not to neglect the platform health over time as it may slow down the development in the long term. Now, to overcome this, make sure you work closely with your tech leads or engineers to understand if there are any technical uplifts you need to consider in the roadmap, and keep the team on the vision of the product so they can ensure that the platform is scalable and effectively working through this iteratively. Next is understanding user needs. Identifying and understanding user need preferences and pain points can be challenging, especially in a diverse and rapidly changing user experience market. You must continuously conduct thorough user research, gather feedbacks, and iterate on designs to ensure the product effectively meets the target audience's needs. Next is prioritizing the problem to focus on. With limited resources and competing priorities, you must keep your team focused on the problem that you're trying to solve. Now, with the funnel metrics view, you must pick one aspect your team should progressively go after and define the goal. If you're trying to tackle all the elements of the funnel, then you may not measure each of the pieces of deployment effectively and can end up cannibalizing the whole entire funnel. And lastly is managing change and resistance. Introducing changes to the user experience, whether it's a redesign of the interface or introduction of new features, can meet resistance from end users, stakeholders, internal teams. So you must effectively communicate the rationale behind these changes, address concerns, and manage expectations to ensure successful adoption and acceptance. If you find this video helpful or inspiring, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Also, if you'd like to share some of your experiences across user experience product management, please share in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.